Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Meteor versus Ice Orc, and this game taking place here on Amazonia. This game was played from, my apologies, let me pull this up. This game was taken from the WarCraft Gold League August Open Qualifier. For all of you guys who have seen it already, well, thank you for tuning in. Anyways, if you guys haven't seen it, hopefully you guys will enjoy it. As we see over here on the top right-hand side of the map, Meteor spawning as the red human. Over here on the bottom left, we have Ice Orc spawning as the light gray orc. Now, orc versus human in this 1v1 matchup. First things first, I gotta say thank you to all of my Twitch Prime subscribers, all of my YouTube subscribers, anyone who's donated through the website's bought sweaters, anything like that. It definitely helps pay the bills. Yeah, something that I would like to continue to be able to do, and hopefully I'm still waiting to see if anyone from if there's any news about BlizzCon 2019. If you guys know anyone at Blizzard or can put in a good word for me, I am local and would definitely want to do a little bit of coverage for you guys in terms of gameplay and strategy on WarCraft 3 with Reforged. Pretty much up and up around the corner, but no one really knows when the release date is. Now, we are looking at a Farseer opening from Ice Orc with no Voodoo Lounge as of yet. This normally means it is going to be a fast tech to tier 2, skipping the Voodoo Lounge and using that extra wood for exactly that purpose, and then following it up with the burrow and all of that right behind it. Now, what are we looking at coming in from Meteor? Meteor has opened up with, well, only a 2-farm opening, 22 over 24, so this may also be a fast tech to tier 2 as well. Not quite sure what to make of this. Normally, human players set up and go into 30 supply cap before teching the tier 2. Is he going to be sitting on a large amount of gold? That really is what I am wondering right here as the Archmage now makes its way out. One footman also down, a second footman out actually running across as well, as Ice Orc is trying to use that lightning shield, well, rather effectively. Alright, let's take a look at this. Why is this footman trying to dive on in here, as it is now being forced to get away? The lightning shield dealing so much damage, as it's going to continue to try and push through some of that damage here. Alright, let's take a look. Does he pick up the item? No, Farseer is right there. Archmage drops a water elemental. Footman, and let's take a look at this. All the healing, that is going to be a definite problem. Ice Orc is going to be in serious trouble since the Voodoo Lounge was significantly delayed. Alright, Farseer now going to be retreating all the way back now. Grunt could end up getting taken down. A new water elemental could be pushed through here as well, as the Farseer is going to want to try and get some additional experience. Alright, Rogue going to end up getting taken down here. There goes one, and now we're going to see another Rogue perhaps getting taken down. Who's going to get the final shot? There is, well, nope, I do not believe the Archmage got that. Alright, continued healing, having problems once again. Farseer once again heals back up. As you can see, the Spirit Wolves, well, trying to get taken out as well. Another Spirit Wolf going after the Archmage. Archmage, however, is fighting very far away from home and doesn't have that much healing going on here. Water Elemental trying to make its way over. Perhaps suspect that there is still a Rogue right there, as the Farseer, well, is the Water Elemental going to perhaps get some damage onto that Farseer? There it goes, disrupting that healing again, trying to get that last bit of experience. Who gets it? Archmage does in fact get it, as the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 is now online. Alright, there goes one unit here. Is the Archmage going to try and catch back in? Farseer does have that Voodoo Lounge. It is going to be able to heal back up. Footman and Water Elemental being left behind. You can see once again, that is right there. Oh, the Water Elemental gets the splash damage onto the Farseer, forcing another charge to be used. Archmage does pick up Boots of Speed, is retreating back. Tech to Town Hall, nearly done. Tech to Great Hall, actually not as far along, so it was a very tech heavy build, as now the militia are going to be making its way out as well. Alright, let's take a look at this. Going to try to go after that Renegade Wizard. There you are. Footman going to make its way in as well. There's a Water Elemental. However, what's going to be happening here? Archmage needs to be very careful, as the Farseer says, you know what, turnabout is fair play. Archmage perhaps gets to level 2. Yes, it does get to level 2, as the fighting is going on here. Alright, one low hit point Footman, down to 75, down to 50 hit points. down to 27. 2 more shots are going to be needed as the Archmage, well, is it going to be able to save all of these units? Footman trying to get back down to 19 hit points. And is that Spirit Wolf going to be able to get the killing blow? That is the question now. Water Elemental trying to get some extra damage. Archmage is extra fast, able to move around the map very quickly. Footman down to 1 hit point pretty much. Yeah, there it goes. 1 hit point. Still off in a crazy run as the Spirit Wolf will get the final kill there. Archmage sitting at level 2. What is going on in this battle? We are going into an Arcane Sanctum. Low hit point Footman. Water Elemental is off over here. Archmage needs to go back, use a Clarity Potion, use Scrolls of Regeneration. 27 over 36 supply as we are looking at, well, 31 over 40. Bestiary and Tauren Totem now coming online as well. Let's take a look at this. Farseer with plenty of items now doing some creeping from his opponent's side of the map, and that is going to end up denying, well, a little bit of experience later on. Archmage is currently out. Mountain King is already out onto the field as well. And I believe that Ice Orc, well, basically knowing the timing of his own Tauren Chieftain, knew that the Mountain King was about to come on out, and it was not the time to press his, well, apparent advantage. Arcane Sanctum, 2 of them will be online here in just a moment. Interesting building on all of these farms. No towers at all as we're looking at, well, the Spirit Wolf getting resummoned here. Extra damage onto that Grunt right there. Another Stormbolt onto a Grunt as the Mountain King may try and, well, finish it off there. That Grunt down to 101 hit points. 1 more shot should do it, but no, the Grunt able to escape away at sub 50 hit points. All right, at first you don't succeed, try again, and that's what we're looking at right there. Stormbolt, are we going to see another Stormbolt there? No. Scroll of Speed used in time as the Militia. Are they going to be called over to perhaps try and build some towers? All right, Arcane Towers could potentially become a problem. Mountain King is sitting at level 1 with Brilliance Aura. Picks up some good items. Archmage is sitting at level 2. What is going on here? As the Archmage now has a Claws of Attack +6 for that bit of bonus damage. All right, Spirit Wolf going to try to go after some of those units. The timed life not really going to be worth it as the Spirit Wolf comes to an end. Peasants now making their way back. Loss of lumber rather great as the Tauren Chieftain gets into that front position. Endurance Aura allowing for faster, well, attack and movement speed. Meanwhile, the Farseer purposely backs away to try to get that Tauren Chieftain to level 2. By getting to level 2, it is going to force the hands to get more Spellbreakers, but the Arcane Sanctums are already up with that Arcane Vault. Archmage gonna clear up the remainder of these Forest Troll Trappers. 2 Sorceresses, 2 Priests, 2 Spellbreakers. No, excuse me, 4 Sorceresses, 2 Spellbreakers. And now with Control Magic, those Spirit Wolves may become a double-edged sword and come back to actually attack the Orc army. Forest Troll Shadow Priest quickly bolted down, wanting to make sure, hey, I don't want you to get any heals off. Mountain King absorbing a bit of damage as well in that front location there. Water Elemental also absorbing a little or a lot of that damage. Playing a little bit of a pincushion game as the Water Elemental, well, finally gets taken down. Replenishment Potion drop. Mana rather high on that Mountain King. Meanwhile, I believe he sold the Replenishment Potion for that Scroll of Healing. Tome of Strength +2 being left behind by the Tauren Chieftain, who needs hit points anyways if you need a reading. All right, Mountain King coming in to engage. Sorceresses with that, well, bonus magic damage, able to focus down 1 Orc Burrow rather quickly. Are we going to see a Chain Lightning? Yeah, Chain Lightning finishing there. Stormbolt now onto the Farseer. Farseer could end up having a big problem indeed as the Spellbreakers are in position. Tauren Chieftain with a Sobi Mask. Farseer sitting at level 2 getting healed back up. Water Elemental, is it going to be able to disrupt any healing? No, the Farseer is simply too far away as the Raider does want to ensnare and trap some of those units. However, a Mountain King Stormbolt should be enough of a deterrent from that happening. Nope, Mountain King was too far away from all the action. There's a couple of slows. A Shockwave rips through the main units. Sorcerer is going to get taken down. There it goes, trying to go after the Spellbreaker now. No Thunderclap as you see the Massive Surround now getting underway. Another Sorcerer is going to get taken down. Shockwave finishing up many of those units as the Scroll of Healing was a split second late. Militia now joining in on the fight. Spellbreakers finish off some units. Militia joining in on the fight right now. Scroll of Speed, is it going to be used as there is a lot of slow being cast? No Scroll of Speed available as the Spellbreaker now trying to get away. Let's take a look. Low hit point Grunt going to get taken down there. All right, more battling once again. Spellbreaker down to 120 hit points. Farseer going to go straight after that Spellbreaker as another Spellbreaker could get taken down as well. Mountain King could finish off another Grunt there. Is it going to finish it off? Yes, it will. I believe that Bolt was on the other Grunt there. Beautifully timed. Another Grunt's going to get taken out. And with that, both sides suffering heavy casualties. 44 supply compared to 41. Ice Orc the first to start regenerating some hit points. Farseer needs to get some mana. Tauren Chieftain already using a Clarity Potion, but it is going to be quite some time before they are ready to go. Priest still at Initiate training, no Adept training as of yet, as more Spellbreakers are getting added. Mountain King gonna maybe get to level 3 here. Archmage will perhaps or most likely not get to level 4 as the experience is split between these two heroes, but we see a potential creepjack right here. All right, bash onto the Rock Golem. Shockwave, Chain Wave onto all of those units. Water Elemental gonna go straight after that Farseer. Mountain King gets up to level 3 now, has a Potion of Greater Mana, could perhaps get in a lot of damage once more, as the Tauren Chieftain could be in a bit of trouble. Oh, no. All right, did it... All right, and here we go, continuing to battle it through. Archmage looking to push through. Archmage gets ensnared right there. Where is that Mountain King to offer in a little bit of protection? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Water Elemental has been dropped. Mountain King has a Potion of Mana. It was used. Is it going to try and Stormbolt anything? Stormbolting that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain could be in trouble. Scroll of Town Portal used in time. Meanwhile, Raider, is it going to end up getting taken down? It looks like it will not, as the Mountain King unable to finish it off. All right, disconnected from the servers, but luckily it is not forcing me to cut out from my game. Mountain King Archmage will get to level 4 here, and this is important for level 2 Brilliance Aura. Extra mana across the Sorceresses, Priest, Spellbreakers, and also the Spellbreakers with Control Magic. They definitely want to switch allegiances on all of those, Spirit Wolves. Let's take a look. Down goes some more Brigands right there. There are only 3 priests here. Mountain King with Devotion Aura, adding in some extra, hit points, as well as a Peasant. Make sure that there is no expansion down at the 6 o'clock southern location. Overall supply, we are looking at 49 compared to 44. Ice Orc down by 5 supply, but that's really not that much at this point. A Water Elemental being dropped here, that's actually rather curious, as that Water Elemental, all it's really going to be able to do is scout out this location here. Mountain King going to perhaps try to pick up some Scrolls of Healing to counteract the Chain Wave effectiveness that we've seen throughout much of this match. 2 Scrolls of Healing, 1 on the Archmage, 1 on the Mountain King. Water Elemental makes its way over to the Rock Golem, only to get attacked here. The Sentry Wards are keeping track of everything, and that may be what gives Ice Orc the advantage. All right, where is Ice Orc's army? Where is Ice Orc's army? Ice Orc's army is in the Goblin Zeppelin here. Farseer, Raiders, Grunts, all of these units going to be doing a quick drop into play here in just a moment. Peasants are going to try to back off here, as Peasants will have to be backed off here, but this is going to give a big amount of time for that Archmage, Mountain King, and all of these units to really regenerate a lot more mana and come back into a good spot. Let's take a look. Chain Lightning. Endurance Aura being finished off. Massive Peasants now getting taken out, as we may see no Stormbolt there. Goblin Zeppelin now down to 440 hit points, as that, as you see that Scroll of Speed being used onto the Goblin Zeppelin in order to get away quickly. All right, a quick drop of the Spirit Walker followed by a Disenchant in order to not get stuck. We do buy a Scroll of Town Portal, wants to, be able to get out of any tight spots here, transferring some of those items as well. It looks like the Tauren Chieftain was maxed out on mana, so giving that off to the Farseer instead. Meanwhile, Mountain King, selling some items. He is invisible. Where is he going to be going next? We do see that Goblin Zeppelin overhead spots all of the Spellbreakers and says, you know what? This may not be worth it. I do not want to try and engage here, as that Goblin Zeppelin still, running around. Mountain King chasing after the Spirit Wolves. Goblin Zeppelin not going to be able to do very much. Mountain King far away from the action. And, well, the problem with a Zeppelin or any sort of drop is that as you're dropping units, it is not in a very effective location. There goes a chain wave, shock wave, finishing off many of those peasants there as it looks to get back once more. Mountain King, invisible, well, rejoins in on the fight as the Spellbreakers, no upgrades at all. 50 over 50 upgrades. Raiders are in position down across here. They haven't really made their way out. Mountain King still keeping track of all of these units. There are double Goblin Zeppelin. One Goblin Zeppelin here, one Goblin Zeppelin here as well, as the Spirit Wolves still making their rounds. Meteor does not feel safe actually venturing forth with his army, as you see a couple of units trying to drop right there. All right, are we going to see Chain Lightning Shockwave finish off a peasant, disenchant, pick up the unit, and now run away once more? All right, Meteor without the Griffin Aviary, unable to focus down this Goblin Zeppelin at all. Goblin Zeppelin going to go ahead and drop in again. Are we going to see anything of use here? Trying to finish off some of those units. Going to go ahead and pick things back up. Stormbolt, Spirit Walker does get picked up in time and now trying to run away as it will be able to head back. Meanwhile, one Spirit Wolf has been controlled magic. It is just simply hiding off over here, keeping track of the opponent. It is currently with invisibility, and well, Meteor needs to continue to train up more peasants. Who has more gold? Over 900 gold now. Meanwhile, back over here, only 478. Chain Lightning chaining around all of those units. And this might actually be one of those situations where spell immunity actually hurts. Because there are so many Spellbreakers, the Chain Lightning can only target the casters and the peasants who are all low hit point units. That's what they're going to be bouncing around on. The Spellbreakers are the ones that can actually afford to take all of that damage right now, as we are looking at still 2 Raiders being left behind just because the capacity of this Goblin Zeppelin is so low. Goblin Zeppelin now going to be forced to retreat once again. Water Elemental making its way back down. What is going on here? More Orc Burrows, 50 over 60 supply with 1,000 gold in the bank, ready to go into upkeep. Shockwave finishing off multiple units again, picking up and now heading away. All of this gold to just try to keep all of the peasants alive and well, and this is continuing to be the problem, not winning the economic race in this fashion. Forcing your opponent to constantly leave his army back at home while you are building up a larger and larger bank, and then you will be able to just go into low upkeep here in just a moment. All right, Water Elemental going to make its way all the way across and then pretty much just splash into nothing as we see a quick ensnare. This could be a problem on that mechanical unit. Raider's going to try and quickly surround it, finishes off the Goblin Shredder and picks up the unit. Goblin Zeppelin now down to 223 hit points. It's going to try and fly back again as the Goblin Zeppelin was still off over here. One of the Goblin Zeppelins looked as though, hey, you know what, perhaps I am going to try and get away here. It's going to make it look like he's trying to get and head back home. Meanwhile, just drop in some more units, perhaps a Shockwave. No Shockwave. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain should be able to get out of there in just a moment. Trying to pick up the units, drop it back down. What is going on? Scroll of Town Portal instead, as all the units are still right there. Goblin Zeppelin down to 55 hit points, but ends up surviving. All right. Farseer finally says, you know what, that is enough of that. I've built enough of an advantage. I am now going to go into low upkeep, building up more units. Spirit Walkers up to 67 supply now, down from up from 50, and now having a large supply advantage, just while keeping that pressure on. Archmage, Spellbreakers, all here, ready to go. Let's see, additional items could be purchased. Scrolls of Healing are going to be rather useful. 67 over 70 supply as the units are once again on the move. Quick ensnare on that goblin or that flying machine to make sure, well, no more Zeppelin play to have to deal with. During this time, though, Meteor not taking a rest, going after the Granite Golem creep camp. These red creep camps in the corner, very difficult to take out, and at the same time, very high risk, high reward On top of that, that Mountain King down to 409 hit points. Is he going to be able to finish off anything? Gets a bash in on the Rock Golem. Mountain King gets up to level 4. Brilliance Aura, not the item that the Mountain King was looking for, as we could be looking at, well, Spirit-linked Dire Wolves joining in to just try and put pressure once again. All right, let's take a look at this. Trying to intercept these units, and that's going to be exactly what this is. All of these units are in just a line. They are not moving in an effective ball, and because of that, they are going to end up, well, absorbing a lot more damage and easier to get picked off. Let's take a look at this. More fights getting underway. There's the Ensnare, and Ice Orc is just playing absolutely beautifully at this stage. Mountain King is in trouble, and this game can pretty much be over. Mountain King, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being used. Kodos are here as well, as you're going to take Chain Lightning going through another Shockwave. No Scroll of Healing that I see as a Scroll of Town Portal in order to try and get away. All right, there goes a couple more Priests. Water Elemental could get taken down. No, Water Elemental not taken down. Kodos don't have anything in its belly, but the damage was done. 64 supply, perhaps going to 46 here, and that is with retraining of a couple of Sorceresses and Priest. Meanwhile, coming back on the other end, no units really being retrained back up here. 61 over 80 supply. And Ice Orc could have tried to press his advantage, but decides to head back home, heal up, get perhaps some Clarity Potions as well, and continue to use that Chain Wave strategy for that very vulnerable, very low hit point back line of Priest and Sorceresses. All right, Peon going to make its way off to the north. See that, hey, there is no expansion. Nothing to really worry about, as the Raiders are now looking to back up here. 2-0 upgrades with also the Kodo Endurance Aura bonus. So that does nearly make it 3-0 upgrades. I don't know if that's the improved Kodos. Kodo Aura. Nope, not the improved Kodo Aura. Just the standard variety, plus 10%. Not plus 20, as we don't see the drums getting, well, stronger. Dire Wolves getting control magic here. These are currently invisible, and that could potentially cause a problem. Farseer sitting at level 4. Where are all of these units going to go next? Great Hall doing a little bit of long distance mining since the main gold mines have been mined out. Nothing really left here. Water Elemental is also invisible. Spirit Wolves, Water Elemental, all of these units are invisible now. Great Hall, where is all of these units going? As you're going to be looking, Farseer are going to be here, ready to go. Stormbolt could be coming across. That could potentially be a problem. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto any of those units? Engagement right there. Meanwhile, Water Elementals and Great Hall putting pressure onto this. Great Hall getting pressured by the Wolves and the Water Elementals. Meanwhile, major battle going off on the other side. Torrent Chieftain unable to shockwave that back line, as the Spellbreakers are removing much of the mana as well. Farseer now low, getting Stormbolted, now low on mana, as well as the Archmage may try and engage. Are we going to perhaps get a surround here? Chain Lightning, something. Bash, as the Farseer is just running around in circles, as the lines have just completely melted away. Mountain King down to 276 hit points. Mountain King could end up getting taken down. There's the Chain Lightning, as the Mountain King gets a Stormbolt off onto the Torrent Chieftain. Torrent Chieftain low on mana. Are we going to see a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability? Yes, we will. Torrent Chieftain may get taken down. Ice Orc, who was pressuring for so long, now losing his Torrent Chieftain. Spellbreakers fighting back the other way. Ice Orc only has one Spellbreaker in its belly. That could have been a very big deal. Mountain King also falling as well. Both sides, the intelligence heroes, pretty much all that are left. Farseer are going to be coming back in from the north. Is he going to be able to do any damage, as the Spellbreakers have been causing major problems all over the place? But Meteor has called game. Ice Orc with the victory, even unable to recover from that earlier harassment. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.